time to warm up for a run. Kevy looked kind of depressed right there because I think she knows she's not coming with me. Let's get a chair. That's all you need. You could do this in your kitchen or just outside your door. You could do it from a trailhead where there's a bench, anything. First things first, sit down. If you have your shoes off, great. If you don't, doesn't matter. We are just doing some ankle rotations here. You can, for me, I get all the clicks out. Okay, there's still some when I'm running, but it's a good way for me to just get that movement in, especially if you're a morning runner. You might have just woken up, sort of nothing's moving. Getting your joints moving is a good idea. All right, we're just gonna do 10 more seconds. So if you want to also, if you have bare feet, you can get your feet twisting your heel and the forefoot, just making sure you've got good movement, just like we want through our spine. All right, let's switch to the other side. So again, ankle rotations. So you're just going in a circle. You can write letters, you can draw your name, whatever you're doing, just to get that ankle working and moving. And then if you have bare feet, you can do the twist of your foot. That feels good for me. I get all the bones moving around the ball of my foot. Make sure that's all moving because it doesn't move quite as well when it's in my shoe. All right, so a couple more and then let's stand it up. So again, with the chair, we are going to go forward, glide, same side, come back, lunge, glide, lunge. All right, so when we're working on this one, I want you to think about getting your eyes from here up and in front of you. When you're running, you don't want to be looking down at your own feet. You want to be having you want to have your eyes sort of out 10, 20 feet ahead of you. So practice that as you warm up. All right, and then let's go ahead and switch sides. So you got the hip glide first and our lunge. Glide and lunge. Good. If the lunge is too much, you can do a glide and just a step back. Sorry, I should have said that in the very beginning, but do what works for you. All right, and 3, 2, let's change this to a hip hurdle. We do these all the time if you come to my class, but this one, we're going up and over our chair. So we're coming forward and back. The chair makes sure that we get our hips working, coming up a little more, not just working on that mobility, but a little bit of muscle requirement there, right? Less muscle work here, more muscles working here. So we're doing that by going over the chair. If you're not ready, you can just keep it a little bit lower and that's fine too. But this way we get forward and backwards, alternating sides. Good, if you have a picnic table, that's great for these, like a stump or some kind of tall, I don't know, stanchion or whatever, anything goes. All right, and good on those. Then let's use our bench or whatever you have to get into a low squat. So we're going to be into this hands and knees position, except we're not on our knees, right? It would be hands and knees. And then come on down. Use this to help you stabilize. You can work again on that ankle mobility. We're opening up the hips here. So you can see I've got that sort of wide position. Whatever feels good, but we're trying to keep chest up, butt down, getting some mobility through the ankle. Just getting into that position. Let's come up and down a couple times here. So we'll come up and down, up. Good. So now we're just doing squats that we're getting deep if you can. Not doing very many. One more. We're going to hold this one again. And then we'll move it on to our back to our bench here or our chair. Getting into a good push-up position. We're not going to do push-ups, but we're going to extend our glute and squeeze and pulse here. So I'm going to just count 20 seconds on both sides. What I want you to do is really squeeze that glute, just getting it to wake up and do something. Got your glutes in the game here. And then we'll do the other glute in 3, 2. All right. We want to make sure we're using our glutes while we're running. So making sure they have done a little bit of work. 20 seconds is not a great warm up, but that's why when you run away from here, you're not going to run at full speed. You'll run nice and slow, chill, warm up into whatever you're doing. All right. And the final thing is start your watch and go. Have a great run. Thanks for warming up. If you want to do more, you always can, but that's enough if that's all you've got time for.